This video is about how exponents work. Basically, exponents tell you to multiply something by itself a certain number of times. Take a look at this example. You would read this as 5 squared, or 5 to the second power. Now, there are some terms that you should be familiar with. The number on the bottom, in this case 5, is called the base number. And the little number on top is called the exponent, or the power. If I were to rewrite this expression in a different way by writing it in expanded form, it would look like this. See how I have two 5's multiplied together? 5 times 5 is 25, so that means that 5 squared equals 25. Let's see another example. What do you think the expanded form of 5 to the third would look like? Well, it would just be 5 times 5 times 5, which equals 125. Do you see how the number in the exponent tells you how many of the base numbers to multiply together to write the exponent in expanded form? So 5 to the third equals 5 times 5 times 5. 5 squared is 5 times 5. If I had 5 to the 7th, it would be 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. I said it 7 times, right? I think I did. Anyways, you get the idea? Does that make sense? What about 4 to the 5th power? That's just 5 4's multiplied together, right? 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, which equals 1024. As you might have noticed, exponents are really not all that complicated to deal with once you understand what they are. There are, however, a couple of special cases that I should still mention. The first special case is when you raise any number to the power of 1. For example, 7 to the power of 1, or 7 to the first power, however you want to say it. That would just equal 7. In fact, it turns out that any number raised to the power of 1 is just itself. 4 to the 1 is 4, 5 to the 1 is 5, and 100 to the 1 is 100. That sort of makes sense, right? Just like anything times 1 is itself, it's the same with anything raised to the first power. Now, the second special case can be a little bit less intuitive. Take a look at this problem. 3 raised to the power of 0. What do you think that would be? Most people would just assume that anything to the 0 power is 0, but it turns out that that's actually not true. In fact, anything to the 0 power equals 1. 4 to the 0 power is 1. 5 to the 0 power is 1. 100 to the 0 power is 1. Anything to the 0 power is 1. Well, almost anything. 0 to the 0 is an exception, but that's a different story and it kind of involves calculus, so I'm going to skip it for now. Anyway, I hope this video was a good introduction to exponents, and if you'd like to go into a little bit more depth, I would encourage you to take a look at my other videos on the topic as part of my algebra series.